Happy Wednesday, y'all. It is hump day. We are in the middle of another week. And so I'm hoping that this video finds you well. My name is Erika. I am the CEO of Prestigious Image Business Consulting. So I provide business consultation as well as grant writing services and quite a few other things, digital content management and creation, virtual assistants, all of that stuff is what I offer through Prestigious Image. And today I just wanted to touch base and provide information to everybody around how to start a business with no money. I did it. So the first thing you want to do is solve an issue with your idea for a business, right? So find something that's a need, whether it's in your immediate community or maybe an online community, and then build upon that. And make sure that it's actually providing a solution to a current problem. That creates, the need for your business, right? And then you can start to move into learning about how else you can fulfill those needs once you get your business started. But just start there and keep it simple. So the next thing you want to do is continue to work your 9 to 5 or find a part-time job. Either would be fine. And you want to make sure that whatever your business idea is, it's something that you can do during your off time, whether that's on the weekends or afternoons or early mornings. Not sure what your work schedule looks like. Doesn't matter. You can do it because I did. So then third, you want to define your business, right? So for me, I decided to do a business consulting firm, and that's what Prestigious Image is. I provide grant writing opportunities, digital content management, business plan writing, proofreading for those who need it, as well as marketing strategies and business consulting. So maybe someone who just wants to have a mentor or someone who can help lead and guide them on their journey to creating and building their business, right? So that is what I decided to do. So I completed step 1. I continued to work my 9 to 5, right? And that way I continue to pull in enough income to support myself while starting my business. And then I started to define my business. So I started writing a business plan. That's actually a very important step that a lot of people forget. Take some time to write about 5 to 6 pages about what your business is, what your goals for your business is, and then kind of detail out marketing. Who are your competitors? And detail what you're the services and or products you're going to provide as well. And then once you do that, you really want to start to move into your market research, understanding who your competitors are. For example, if you wanted to start a daycare, other daycare services would be a competitor, but also anyone who's providing tutoring services, or anyone who might also be, purchasing after school care or before school care. I believe that's a paid service. But then there are also free services for childcare, right? Or government programs that take vouchers. Those places, entities, or businesses can also be competitors. So you want to think through that. The reason why is because you want to make sure that you understand what the market looks like. And by understanding your competitors, you actually start to begin to understand your target audience. So it's a lot more important than people realize to understand and do that market research. And that it's really simple. There are lots of websites you can use that have statistics around these things as far as markets for different sectors of business. So be very detailed in how you take a look at that market research. Do your research. Do not skip it. Read, write, record, whatever it is that you need to do to make sure you understand who your competition is. And also, again, that will tell you more about your customer base because essentially you're competing with them for those customers, right? So go out, and once you find your local competitors, go out and research and read about on their websites about their customers, what their customers like, what they don't like. That way you have a place to benchmark where you're going to start and what you're going to provide to those customers so that you can be a contender in that market, because that's what we want. Then you want to start to, and we're on step 5. So step 5, you then want to really make sure that you have a realistic budget, right? You don't want to be in a situation where you're thinking you're going to make X amount of money or that your bills are going to stay at a particular level as far as, how much you spend to run your business on a day-to-day. When you think about your budget for your business, and what I did was I started to think about how much would it cost me to have everything I needed. So 1, Write a list of everything you need. If you need a laptop, if you need Canva, if you need other particular services or products, for example, I need a USB mic. Depending on what you need, write that list out. Everything. I don't care if it's pen and papers. Write it down. The reason you want to write it down is because when you get started, you want to be prepared. And that is one thing I stress. Be prepared to the best of your ability. Okay? So write that list of all of the things you're going to need to start your business. If there's a license involved, write that information down too. Okay? Never underestimate the power of writing. I tell lots of business owners this. I see a lot of people starting businesses without writing down their plans, their ideas, and things that are needed to make their business successful. And then along the way, you start to forget. So to prevent that, again, write it down. Get you a business notebook, get a 3-ring binder, some paper, make some tabs, organize it, and make sure every day that you're working on your business that you're recording down the information that's important to your business. Otherwise, to be honest, it could be detrimental not to take these steps. It will be, actually. So not to scare you, only to help you, right? So when you're also thinking about your budget, think about what you are going to charge for your services. The way that I did that, I knew that I wanted to help small businesses. And so I didn't want to hit them over the head with large prices, right? Because then I might not even make a customer base. And also, I'm really here to help those small businesses grow. So I like to keep my prices at an even or balanced amount. So when I say that, what I mean is go online and research the normal average or the normal and or average price, right? That a lot of businesses are charging for those same services. Okay. Once you do that and you figure out around, let's say you figure out that for virtual assistants, they are charging $15 an hour. Maybe you want to be a good contender and go, you know what? I can do it for 14. So once you start to build out your cost for all of your services and or products, then you can take that and take a look at your list of information of what your budget looks like, all of the things that you need to start your business, and then leverage that information to then look at what you might make. And then you can have a better idea and make an educated guess. Okay? We're not out here just making random guesses, y'all. Make an educated guess to create a realistic budget for your business, So when you're looking at a realistic budget, I can say on average, my business will make $500 a month, just as an example. And then out of that $500 a month, I may foresee that it's going to cost me $200 to run my business and pay for all of the applications I need, all of the materials that I need to make my business successful. At that point, I can say I would make about $300 a month. Okay. So you really want to look at what is it going to cost me monthly to run my business versus what do I think I can make? All right. And be realistic. If you're in month 1 of starting your business, do not expect to get 100 clients or 100 customers or, even to make $100. So you want to be realistic about that. And don't be afraid to start small, because if you start small, y'all, scale it up. You can always make plans to scale up your business. But if you start all the way up here, honey, it's going to be a whole lot of long way down. All right. And that's what we really don't want. So let's be realistic. All right. Number 6, that leads us right into the next one. We're going to network. All right. After you get started, start networking. Find different platforms where there are communities of other people who need your services and or goods. Once you do that, you start to network with those people, not necessarily sell them anything, but network. Meet other business owners that are in your industry, or even if they're just an entrepreneur who is not in your industry, you can still learn something from them. You may even be able to create partnerships over time, and that person may even want your business, your services and or goods. So networking is really a great way not only to come up with resources and to get information, but it is also a great way to turn those resources and people who can give you that information, you can turn that into someone who is then a client or a customer, right? So we're talking about ensuring that there's a tie over and that you are turning people not only just from, like-minded community, but also to customers and clients. That way, with you getting to know them, it's going to be a lot easier to get those clients and build those relationships. Also, you may also find that people you network with are able to send and funnel clients and customers and business to you. So that's another thing you want to be mindful of. So treat everyone with respect, all right? Let's not be mean, rude, and nasty to people as we network. Let's be professional, keep positive energy, and it will definitely work in your favor. The more people believe in you, the more success you will likely have. So you want to make sure that you're setting that expectation with people. You want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward and that you are talking about your business and creating elevator pitches while you're networking to let people know about your business in a short amount of time. And also ask them questions about their business, because I'm going to tell you what I know. People love when you ask them about what it is they do, because it shows that you have vested interest. Just simply asking. So take that and use it. So that was step 6. Step 7, you want to get funding. There are different sources of funding. You can either work a 9 to 5 and use that money to fund your business, or you could do crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is basically a pool of people or a community of people on a platform who are encouraged to donate to businesses they're not really familiar with. And by doing crowdfunding, what will happen is that you can also kind of overturn that population of individuals who are supporting you into customers and clients as well. With crowdfunding, sometimes they will ask you to do certain things, send them information or content about your business, as well as they will be sure to kind of ask you for products and list of services and prices so that they can help to kind of show people what your business is about so that that crowd can fund your business. And that is what you want. Next up, grants. So you can fund your business through grants. You can hire a grant writer. I, for one, write grants, and there will be later videos about grants and details and how you can complete those and learn more about them. But a grant is basically free money that you apply for. There's an application process, and sometimes there's even a small fee associated with submitting your grant. So what you would do in that situation with a grant is you would go online and you would basically set up or look for grants, and then you would apply for them. Keep in mind that grants have time frames. So there will be an open date for that grant application process and a close date. You want to make sure that you get your grant in within that time frame, and that you've taken the necessary time or paid someone who is a professional to create that grant to give you the best outcome of possibly getting the grant. The one thing about grants that people should know is sometimes no matter how well you write a grant, you may or may not get that grant. But don't be discouraged. Keep looking for grants, keep applying for them, okay? Because eventually you overturn enough stones, you'll get gold. So we want to make sure that happens. Also, you can apply for business loans or personal loans to fund your business. Not everyone is a fan of loans, but it is an option. So keep that in mind. You can get loans through your bank. You can find small business loans at SBA.org. You can also find loans just by visiting other financial institutions that offer small business loans, right? Keep in mind that loans are to be paid back, and normally they have some interest that build on them when you pay them back. And sometimes with loans, you may have someone who does private loans, and that may be an option too. So keep that in mind as you move throughout creating your business and thinking about how you're going to fund it. Another one is just investors. There are different types of investors. I'll create videos about that later in the month. But you can find investors who want a small percentage of stakeholder or shares in your company. And when I say shares, I don't actually mean the financial term share. I mean they want a portion of your business. So maybe in exchange for giving you the money to start it up, they own 15%. 33%, 50% of the business. That's an investor. Investors don't get down in the weeds of your business on a day-to-day of how you operate, but you should keep in mind that you have to build relationships with investors, keep them abreast on what the company is doing and how well the company is doing. Any benchmarks, milestones, great outcomes that they want to know. With investors, a lot of times you would send them a monthly or quarterly update throughout the year to make sure that they're on the up and up about what's happened with their money, because again, they are invested into your business. And then we have step 8, right? So step 8, I would say do a business trial run. Lots of people start businesses without a trial run. It can be a good thing to do a trial run. So before going out and running to get an EIN or anything like that, start your business by creating like a Facebook page, an Instagram page about your business, and see what kind of business you can drum up and start networking. And during that time, you're going to do a trial run. A trial run can be anywhere from maybe you see a lot of success within 30 days and you're ready to start, or you can go up to 6 months to a year. But do that trial run, run your business, record what you're making during that time, right? Make sure that that money goes into a separate account, not your personal account, because you want to be able to keep track of your business funds that come in and go out, right? So that you can get a clear picture as you move forward how to budget each year for your business, or each quarter for your business. So run the business trial. Try your products, try your services, see how much business you can drum up within a certain amount of time. A week is not long enough. Please don't do that. Be sure to give yourself time to see how it will run. And also during the business trial run, you can make adjustments as you go and you can be agile. Another thing we'll talk about in business one week in the upcoming months. So run that business trial, make sure you understand and record what is going on with your business as you run that trial. That trial is going to help you determine new and ways to improve your business, things that don't work for your business, and also it'll give you a sense of how much interest you can drum up. And you can make tweaks along the way to ensure the success of your business as you run into gaps and or, roadblocks in your business during the trial run. Trial runs are also really good because if you have an investor and you can say, I've been running successfully for 3 months and this is what I've made so far, then an investor might be more willing to give you money. You can include your trial run information in grant submissions as well, right? So for future grants and investors, and loans, you would be able to use that business trial run as a basis for proving that you have a successful business idea and or model. All right. So let's move on to number 9. So with number 9, you really want to start to talk about scaling. So step 9, we're scaling up the business, y'all. So when I say scaling up the business, what I mean is you're taking it from, let's say, the size of a penny to the size of a quarter. Maybe you want $1. I don't know what that looks like for you, but you can use the information for steps 1 through 8 to determine how much you're going to scale up your business. For me, I started out with just providing 2 to 3 services. As we are in month 6 of my business, I am now at a space where I'm offering about 5 different services. All right. And so that generates more revenue. It also puts my name out there and my business's name out there as far as making sure that people understand that we can handle the workload they give us. So plan to scale up. When I say plan, I really do mean plan. Write it down. If you started off with 5 clients or 5 business leads, scale that up to 10. Scale it up to 8. If you want to take it, scale it up 1 and just say, I'm going from 5 clients to 6. All right. The more realistic that you can be with the experiences that you had during your trial run can tell you how quickly or how slowly you should scale up your business. And let me tell you, scaling up quickly is not always the best thing because you need to make sure you have the resources, the time, and the commitment to actually scale a business quicker. So don't be afraid to move slow because as we know, slow and steady can win the race too, right? So be very realistic with yourself about scaling up your business, how much time you can commit. Also, scaling up your business while working can be tough. So you do sometimes want to take your time, all right? You do want to take the time to understand what is going on as you move through your business. And a lot of people don't do that either. They don't really make a lot of plans around scaling up their business. They just kind of go, I'm going to see if I can get 100 people in 3 months. I say start small and start with month 1 or week 1 and then move and make that a goal. Put that goal on your calendar. Make sure that you're doing things on a daily basis on your platforms for your business or on, social media platforms. If you're, in a group setting, a networking setting that might be not really online, but in person, make sure that you are tracking and documenting your scale up plan. Let me tell you something about writing things down. If you write it down, you can always refer to it, benchmark it, and then create another plan based on what you already know. Please do not rely on your human brain to give you 100% in remembering what needs to be done for your business. You really want to document it. Also, let's say that within 5 years, you become a millionaire. You really want to have your rags to riches story available. write it down. There's a million and one reasons why you should write something down. So I'm always an advocate of it. I'm not saying you got to write a novel. Just make your bullet points, keep it in a notebook, keep everything together, and stay organized. That's really the best way to do it. And you don't want to write everything down because everything doesn't need to be written down, but write down what's important to remember, right? So about your business plans, about your business success, your benchmarks, your milestones that you've reached. And when scaling up, be sure to create a roadmap. And what I do when I create a roadmap, I simply may get a Excel spreadsheet, and I may go, June 2020, July 2020, and I'll do a month by month idea, and I'll keep a section that is the goal, right? So maybe I want to scale from 5 to 10 clients. And then I also keep the actuals, right? So the actuals would be the actual number of clients that you got within that time frame. And that'll help you kind of see where you are on your roadmap. A roadmap will also make sure that you are staying consistent and that you are always having that goal visual in front of you. So create the roadmap. You can do that on paper, or you can also do that, through some type of an application. All right. So last but not least, in our lesson here, high level again, very quick overview of how to start a business with no money. A few ideas around businesses that you can start without little to no money. First up, we have writing. So any type of job where you're proofreading or writing documents, as long as you're very good at what you do, you can start that with little to no money. As long as you have a laptop, and software that's needed, such as Word or Google Docs, then you can continue to get that type of business. You may even have to pay a small fee to be on something like Fiverr to offer your business, your writing services through your business. And again, if you don't know what Fiverr is, Fiverr, it is kind of a freelance platform where you can put your business out there and people will actually pay you to do writing services or other services that they provide there. And it's also a great place to network and also a great place to find business support or resources if you are interested in finding someone to write for you or to do something for your business, including making logos. So that's something you might want to write down or keep in mind. The other idea could be to be a content creator. So you can create digital content for different businesses and different platforms. You can also do content management, meaning not only do you create the content, but you schedule it and you manage someone's social media. So social media management is another one that costs little to no money. As long as you got a laptop and some internet, you are good to go. Vlogging and podcasting. Okay, that's another one, and it's a good one. You're watching me, so it's got to be a good one, right? So you can actually create a podcast for close to little to no money down, and throughout the actual lifetime of your podcast. I'm not really sure about like the highest I've ever seen, but I've seen podcast platforms charge maybe $5, $10, $15, $20 a month to hold your podcast services there, or vlogging. So you can also vlog, which is video recording yourself doing certain things. I know people that have travel vlogs. They do very well. And they actually have tax write-offs because they travel to vlog. So it's like a tax write-off for your business when you travel for work. All right. So maybe in another video, we'll talk about budgets and itemizations and tax write-offs. So also personal services such as caretaker, a tutor. You can also do cleaning services and or errand services. As long as you have transportation for those things, a laptop to conduct business on, then that's something that doesn't cost very much to start. And remember, with those types of things, you can also incorporate into your price, the prices for your services would be, gas and travel and time, right? So keep that in mind as well. Also, I just want to say virtual assistant. That's another good one. I know lots of people who have done very well for themselves creating virtual assistant roles in businesses. So basically, you would start a business, create a website, create some social media pages, and market the fact that you are a virtual assistant. And as a virtual assistant, you would work for different clients, customers for a certain amount of time each week. You would have them sign a contract that you are going to work those hours per week link for them, and then outline in that contract what you will be doing for them to sign off on. Also, handmade products. If you make jewelry, if you make clothes or apparel, if you have a business that maybe you prepare food, I don't know what it is, but handmade products is always another great way to start a business, and it doesn't cost you very much to start, right? Just the price of the materials and your time. Or if you want to cover the price of the materials, you can always have people pre-order what you make, as long as you make something to show them as an example, or a model of what you are going to provide for them. That is also a great way to do it. All right. When you do that, let me be very honest. I've had a lot of people do or create businesses where they sell a product that they make at home. Get your money up front. All right. Don't let people talk you into creating something for them and then they pay you after they get it. The reason why is because sometimes people will cancel orders if they, you just want to reduce the likelihood of someone having you make something and then not purchasing it. But if that is okay with you, because you can always sell to the next client or a customer, right? Then feel free to go ahead and have people do pre-orders and pay you after it's been, delivered. But if you are shipping things, I would highly suggest you get your money up front. I know that's probably kind of a no-brainer, but trust me, I have a lot of people that have done that. And in the end, it didn't work out so well. And then they became discouraged. So I don't want you to be discouraged. Get your money, honey. Okay? Get your money up front. And with that being said, we have gone through all 9 steps of how to start a business with no money. So just as a high level recap, find an issue or a gap or something that you can help solve for the community around you. Work your 9 to 5, part-time, full-time. Define your business. Do your market research, understand who your customers and your competition are. Set yourself a realistic budget, making a list of all of the things you will need to start your business and how much it costs, and also how much you think you're going to sell your services for, and start off with an educated guess of how many clients you think you will take on. Again, the key word here is realistic. All right. Then 6, network. So find people who are in the same industry or platforms where you can network with other business owners, because that can also turn into leads for your business services and products to be sold, as well as resources for your business so that you can, be successful and create a community of people that really support you in your success and who are there for the betterment of your business, right? And then 7, you want to get funding. We talked about crowdfunding, grants, loans, and investors. And rewind if you need to watch that again. Also, we talked about number 8, which is business trial running. Run a trial period for your business to see what you can really do. And also it'll give you some time to kind of learn more about your business and about yourself as a business owner. That's also highly important. Understand that being a business owner is really a journey also of self-discovery. All right. And then 9, scale it up. Go from X amount of clients and customers during your trial and to saying, I want to set a goal of having this many customers within this amount of time. So when you set goals and expectations for your business and you're starting to scale up, write down, again, write down what you want that to look like, or what it would look like ideally and realistically for you as a business owner. And also understand, as I close out, success is not dependent upon what other people think the success of your business should look like. Success really is if you set a goal and you achieved it. Even if you only achieved a portion of it, it is still a success. Your mindset on how you think about your business is also going to be something that can make or break the success of your business. So be kind to yourself as you go through this process, because it is a learning experience and no one is perfect. All right. And if you ever need anything, feel free to reach out to me. You can go to prestigiousImage.work and put in a form for me to reach out to you. It'll come directly to my business email address. And again, that website is prestigiousImage.work. You may also visit my Facebook page and message me there through Prestigious Image LLC. And I will be more than happy to help you. I do want to say that I have some very exciting news coming halfway through this month. I plan on creating additional services and products for my clients and for those who are starting small businesses. And I just want to encourage you. If it is your dream, it's your passion, it's your baby, honey, do it and stick to it. All right. So thank you for tuning in today. I love you and I love your business and I believe in you because you are prestigious. You are the very image of prestige to me, honey. So until next time, I hope you all have an amazingly wonderful day.